Hello there guys, it's your boy Frozen Fire here, and today I'm gonna be telling you about the weird way I learned swimming with coconuts and how it once saved my life. Let's go! Swimming. One of the many types of activities I got into as a kid and still enjoy to this day. It's both enjoyable and good for your health at the same time. I started swimming at the ripe old age of 8, I think. My dad decided to teach me how to swim at an early age because he thought someday it might turn out to be a lifesaver. And he was right. We went through a tragic event where one of my cousins once drowned. He was found later unconscious by my dad at the bottom of a pond. He's fine now, but that's what triggered the thought of him teaching me how to swim at such a tender age. I remember I was super excited on my first day. The thought that my body could float and move around on water just got me hyped. We went to this huge swimming pool at the campus of Kumilla Cantonment. It was like a 2-kilometer drive from our house. We pull up and I vividly remember my dad went to the back of the car, opened the trunk, and pulls out 2 partially peeled coconuts joined together with a knot in the middle. Being confused, I asked him if he wanted to have those while swimming, and he said,
"Oh no, you're gonna learn to swim with these. You're gonna have to wrap the peel part around your waist, and that's gonna help you float."
Turns out, coconuts are lighter than water, for which they float. And so I did. Wrapped it around and tried to swim with these 2 huge coconuts dangling from both sides. And let's just say, it was a scene to watch. Now, it did an okay job. I mean, there are certainly other advanced stuff like inflatable tubes, armbands, swimming boards. They work far better than coconuts. But those fancy stuff weren't available there, cause I live in a third world country. Back here, we got bamboos and coconuts as flotation devices. That's all you get. My dad chose the latter cause just imagine a kid learning to swim with bamboos on a swimming pool. I mean, coconuts doesn't make it better either, but you get the point. I learned the basic hand and leg movements, breathing, and hand-leg coordination techniques for breaststroke. It took me around a month of practice to be able to swim without these goddamn coconuts. Fun fact, my dad taught me to keep my legs underwater while moving them rhythmically. But you're actually supposed to keep them on the surface of the water. Yeah, I looked like a shrimp. Years later, I asked him why he told me to do so, and he said it was to minimize water splashing, because water splashing near others was not nice. I eventually got really good at swimming. I started racing my friends, diving, performing backflips, and all kinds of stuff. But the one fear I had was the fear of deep water. There was a part of the pool which was frickin' 24 feet deep. I never went there. After I got a hold of swimming, there was a long pause. I didn't swim for quite some time because I knew the basics. I could save myself from drowning. And also, people apparently don't forget how to swim. You just don't wake up one day, jump into the swimming pool, and then sink like the Titanic. Our brain remembers how to move certain muscles rhythmically, even after extended periods of no practice. And so, I didn't feel the need to continue. Fast forward to 2 years, we went to visit my grandma's house. Yay! She had this huge pond within the periphery of her house. One day, I wanted to go fishing, so I decided to walk over there on my own. A 10-year-old going fishing by a pond without adult supervision. What could go wrong? I moved to a seat near the pond and laid down my equipments. Okay, let's see. Rod, check. Bait, check. Float. I left the float at home. A float is this little thing that indicates if a fish is taking the bait, kinda like this. Since I didn't have a float, my 10-year-old dumbass thought of the next best thing.
I'll just make one myself.
So I cut a dry bamboo twig with a sharp knife, tied the thread of the reel through it, and BAM! But I wasn't sure if this float would float. If a float doesn't float, shouldn't it be called a sink? Anyways, I go back to the lower part of the slippery stairs, and as I'm leaning down to test it, I slip and fall into the water.
But with the power bestowed upon me by 2 godly coconuts,
I saved myself. Otherwise, I don't know what might have happened. I had a difficult time getting up because the stairs were difficult to grip onto. After shoving my nails deep into the slippery surface, I finally managed to get up. At this point, I was confused as hell. What just happened? And that, my friends, is exactly when my mother saw me. She was scared to death and enraged at the same time, and right away she understood everything that happened. We went to the house and had a little talk after that, like parents usually do when kids do something wrong. Except my parents are brown, so they did that, but with a little twist. And let's just say, there might have been slippers involved. Here's a random pick of a fish I caught that day. Okay, bye.